Hey guys, Deva here, and today I will bring you more Alatreon counter builds. Last week I made the raw builds, but he has a special mechanic revealed that suppresses his supernova when players use also elemental weapons. Now this changes stuff a little bit up. So to be safe and ready when he drops, I recommend you also to build all 5 elemental charge blades. For example, if you're using Ice Charge Blade and suddenly he switches to Ice, he will become immune to it and deal no fire damage anymore. But the good thing on Charge Blade is that its melee hits are almost pure raw damage. So even if you're using an elemental Charge Blade and he becomes immune to that element for a while, you still will be dealing some decent damage. But another problem on elemental charge blades or general elemental builds is that you have absolutely no space for comfort skills. Here is a picture of Alatreon's weakness on other games, and seems like water and dragon will be the safest bet, but Capcom in my opinion will 100% change his hit zone values, especially since he has different elemental phases now. So you should now build for all the elements and try it out on him. Instead of fighting him when he releases, I will try and get the information of his hit zone values or maybe get some help from data miners, and we will know much better what he's weak most of the time or what's the most efficient element on him, or if indeed it's just raw damage if he has no elemental DPS checks, which I hope so. I personally will go with my artillery 5 build from the previous video just for the sake of having consistent damage. Here I made for you 2 variations for every element, one build with Safi armor and one without Safi armor. Both will do about the same. Safi will have a little bit more fire damage and the Brahi build more raw damage for the melee hits. Charge Blade was pretty tough to build because you also require skills like Guard 5, Capacity Boost, Focus 3 and other in addition. Also, you know, I only do max DPS builds, so you can take this just as a base and adjusting them to your own preferences. For example, dropping a little bit of crit or damage for more comfort skills. I'm gonna display all 5 Safi builds one after another, since it's literally the same skills plus minus 1 depending on the affinity and slots they have. All of the Safi builds reach 100% affinity, which means you crit all the time as long as you're hitting weak spots. Augments should be 1 health regeneration and 2 element, and for augment mods 5 times element and 2 attack. On mantles I highly recommend to use recovery up, and this skill will increase your health regeneration by up to 30%, but as well Safi's healing bonus. Protective polish will allow you to maintain your sharpness, and be sure to have some wetfish plus scales ready. They will be really handy in the fight since you can't just be standing still getting supernovaed while sharpening. My second variation of the builds will be the Masa's Touch, but there is absolutely no space for hitting 100% affinity and using more than 1 guard, so I came up with the Agitator 7 builds. If you really don't care about guarding, this is what the maxed out Masa's Touch would look like, plus minus 1 skill duo to affinity and slots on the other elemental charge blades. But it's up to you. The Agitator 7 builds should be augmented for 1 element, 1 health regeneration and 1 affinity. The Water, Ice and Thunder build all reach 100% crit chance thanks to having 5 more base affinity or an extra slot, or for Thunder for example they have the Kirin long RSP and they're the best in slot, gaining you some extra jewels or slots. The Fire and Dragon though are only stuck on 95%, but that's really not a big deal or damage difference. You can just add 1 crit in your mantles if you wanna go for 100. Hope you guys enjoyed the short counter build update video, and if you want tips and useful skills for fighting Alatreon, be sure to check out my previous video. You can support me by leaving a like and comment down below what you want to see next. Also don't forget to subscribe so you stay tuned and get notified whenever I post videos such as guides, builds, speedruns, or even the new Alatreon meta builds when he's out. I'm gonna try to cover them on day 1 or 2. With that said, I wish you all a nice day and happy hunting guys.